once again. My heart is waking. It hurts when you lie all the time. Can't feel anymore. Feels numb when I die. Restart me again and again.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This will be my last Halloween video, but it is also the most, the favorite look I've done, I feel like. I got to wear my own hair today, had a bit of a wig disaster, but everything is fine. So as you can see, I don't have the contacts in right now because I had to take them out because I really wanted to make sure that I was recording my intro and my outro and plugging the microphones in and all of that. And I can't really do that with these contact lenses. You can't see shit. And by that, I truly, truly, truly mean you can't see anything. It's all blurry. I feel like I'm so appreciative of my eyesight. Obviously, that's not how contacts should be, but it's for the art, I guess. So this is the look I am doing today, and I'm actually super happy with it. I did have an inspiration picture that I took inspiration from, and then I also took inspiration from the manga character makeup artists on TikTok. I don't really know how I got there, but they are so talented. But anyways, if you want to see how I created this look today, then keep on watching. So the first thing I had to do was to find an inspiration photo for the look I was going for today. And because my eyes were so puffy from last night's liquid latex allergy outbreak, I had to find something that covered my fluffy eye bags up. I feel like it's important to add credit where credit is due, especially in today's social media climate. People are just relentless with their copying of others. Don't think it's fair. So I don't know the name of the MUA who did this, so please, if you know, just comment down below and I will tag her or him. Anyways, I have now laid down my base for today, and I'm just going in with that concealer. No foundation, just full coverage concealer, especially under my eyes. You can still see the eye bags, but what can you do? I then used some cool toned cream contour for my face, nose, and lower lip. This one is actually from Urban Decay, I think. I then just went in with the warmth of my fingers to really make all of this melt into my skin. To set all this, I used a small brush and my Laura Mercier powder. The smaller brush is so much better for a lighter bake, if you will, in places where I actually need it. So like in my face where I have fine lines, like between my brows, smile lines, chin, and around my nose. I then just contoured with the Hoola bronzer from Benefit to sort of add some warmth back to my face. This look doesn't really require my face to be super cold toned, which is nice because all of my other Halloween looks I've done has basically been cool toned. To set all this, I'm using the Benefit Professional setting spray, and a lot of it because I am going in with white eyeliner later on. I just don't need my base to mix in with the white. To make sure that my eyelids wouldn't freak out, I used a quote-unquote real eye primer that would moisturize them. So I'm using the Urban Decay Anti-Age Primer Potion today. So I just blind bought the anti-age one, and I really do recommend it. It's so good. I am, however, following that up with some concealer to cover up the veins on my eyelids. Now it's time for the tape. And now you can definitely do this before you put on your base, but since I needed to cover my eye bags up with concealer, I didn't. I then went in with the 24/7 waterproof eyeliner from Urban Decay in the shade Perversion. This is still, to this day, my favorite eyeliner. You really can't compare it to any other eyeliner, and it's just so hard to get here in Sweden. I don't know why. Anyways, I covered my waterline and then I just went ham with it. I just started blending with a small but dense buffer brush. And the trick to this is to work fast because this eyeliner sets quite quickly, but as long as you're fast, it blends like a dream. So you should be good if you're fast. This eye look really gave me some Black Swan vibes with like the wings stretching down my nose. If you've ever seen that look of like, what's her name? Keira Knightley? No, I don't know. In Black Swan, you know what I mean. This look would work for like a Black Swan look as well. For eyeshadow today, I'm actually using a black shadow from a relatively new palette. And to be honest, it is one of the best eyeshadow palettes I have tried in years. And it's from Killstar's own makeup line called Coven. I actually got it in a PR package, and every single shade I have used in this palette blends like actual butter. I think it's called Apothecary of Color. I will link it down below regardless if you want to check it out. Anyways, I'm just blending for my life here. Constantly adding some more black shadow, making sure the lines are perfect and straight. So the tape removal was pretty undramatic, to be honest, because I didn't really rip off any of my base, which was amazing. I literally got this tape off of Temu, and it's the best makeup tape I have used for my eyes in years. So for my upper waterline, I used the Glide or Die eyeliner pencil from MAC. That's also a relatively new fave of mine. I'm pretty sure it's formulated just for your waterline, and I mean, that's great. And then I just did some more blending while adding some black eyeliner to my upper lash line. This is only to make sure that my lashes won't look, you know, all lashy with a like lash band, I mean. Okay, so the white eyeliner part was hard. I'm not gonna lie. The liquid liner I used was a bit thick and hard to work with, and it just looked a bit lumpy, like clay almost. So I had to clean it up with an angled brush, but it did turn out okay, I think. I then just made the pattern I wanted for my winged section on the side of my temples, and that was also a bit hard since the eyeliner was so thick, but I think I made it work. I did 2 coats to really make sure that it was opaque. Now for the black pattern all over my nose, I did first go in with a felt tip eyeliner, but I quickly realized that that would look so bad in combination to the thicker white lines, so I changed to a liquid one. With the same consistency as the white, both from NYX. Unfortunately, most of this I did off cam because I had to rest my arm on a table to do this, so that is why there's so little footage of this. Okay, so for the black splatter, I just used a toothbrush and some water activated paint, and I just went in. This was surprisingly fun, I gotta admit, and no, I didn't go in again to cover the black specks on the white patterns. I'm not sure that pattern would have looked the same if I tried to add another layer of white. I did a quick change of clothes, and then I put splatter, well, all over me, my chest and my upper arms. When I applied the white in my inner corners, I got some white on my lashes. But now, when I did my mascara, they were just easily covered. So now I'm just prepping for lashes, and I did curl my lashes. I just didn't get it on camera, unfortunately. Okay, so now it's time for the ears. These elf ears I got off of Temu, and they were a bit too dark to make it look somewhat natural compared to my skin tone. So here I'm just putting some lighter concealer on them and then just following that up with some setting powder to avoid it from transferring to like stuff. And then just use the same eyeshadow I used for my eye look to paint the tips of the ears black. I also clipped a silver cuff on one of them, I think also from Temu. They were surprisingly comfortable, by the way. Easy to apply, and you know what? I'm definitely doing like an elf look with these for Christmas. I love this. So here I was just sort of debating on whether or not I should go with a wig, but I felt like my hair's kind of worked fine with this look. So last but not least, I put some Whirl lip liner on my lips, and I finished that with a clear gloss, and at that point I just felt like I was missing something. So I went back and I added a few black dots to my face because, like, why not? And I used the same eyeliner as I did with the pattern on my nose. Definitely gave that splatter look some, like, more dimension, and I really did love the way it turned out. Okay guys, so this is the finished look and I am so happy with it. I think this is my favorite Halloween look so far. I had to take out the contacts because they were a bit irritating in my eyes. To be fair, you can't really see much with these contact lenses, but as long as I could press record on my camera and really make sure that it was filming, I felt like, well, that's okay. But now I had to do the mic thing and put in the microphone, so I had to take them out. But yeah, I had so much fun doing this look. I was also debating on whether or not to have a wig on, but I went with my own hair today. I really wanted the wig, but it just didn't fit my head, and I just did not want to ruin this look with a bad wig. This will obviously be my last Halloween video. I know my planning has been so bad. I wanted to do one more and I actually sat down to do the look, but I had an allergic reaction to liquid latex, so I had to take that off. It was quite traumatic, but I hope you guys have had some fun with me. I know we're not a lot on this channel, but for me, I just feel like I appreciate you guys so much. Even if we are a small group of people, I love you to bits. You're watching every single thing that I post, and I just love you so much for it. I wish I could give back to you in a giveaway. I probably will sometime in the future because I know who you guys are, who's been supporting me since like 5 years ago, and the fact that you actually stuck around, thank you so much. So yeah, without getting too emotional, thank you so much for watching this video and have a super great Halloween. Stay safe though. Don't drink too much, or do just drink water before you go to bed. Okay, bye guys.